Join us in this episode as we leave the fjords, sailing to a wild and rugged island, home to huge colonies of seabirds. Before navigating past the formidable headland of Statt, stopping off in some beautiful anchorages on our way to Bergen. I'm Jasmine, and these are my parents, Guy and Joe. And this is our home, Free Spirit. Come join us on our adventures. It was mid-July and we set off from our anchorage at the end of Storfjorden. The mountains loomed over us as we made our way out of the fjord system. After a long and winding journey, we made it out into the open sea once more, and were greeted by the local seabirds. On the horizon was our first destination, an island of steep hills and rugged cliffs, home to large colonies of seabirds. After a couple of days and a few stop-offs, we dropped anchor just off the island of Runde. Despite the grey weather, we set off to explore. It was a steep hike up the hill, but the view was worth it. In the distance, a colony of gannets had made their home on the cliffside. White-tailed eagles flew over, on the lookout for an easy meal. Further along the cliffs is a puffin colony. It's estimated that there are around 100,000 breeding pairs on Runde. I never get tired of watching these comical birds. Every day the puffins fly out to sea to catch their food, sometimes travelling as far as 70 kilometres away from the nest. They return with beaks full of sand eels to feed their hungry chicks. Razorbills, another member of the auk family, also nest here amongst the puffins. Colonies like this attract attention. Many birds of prey patrol these cliffs, looking to catch or rob unsuspecting puffins on their way to and from the nest. The puffins must run the gauntlet each day. Predators aren't the only threats these birds face. Bird flu, as well as man-made climate change, overfishing and pollution, have led to a massive decline in seabird populations worldwide. Just beyond the puffin colony, clouds of gannets flew over the cliffs. These sleek, beautiful birds are one of the only bird species on Runde that have increased in recent years, and Runde is now home to one of Norway's largest gannet colonies. The gannet colony here was one of the first to be established in Norway in 1946. Since then, they have been spreading further north. This is thought to be due to warming sea temperatures and the northward movement of their prey, such as herring and mackerel. Soon we would be sailing out on these waters. With the weather due to get worse in the coming days, we set off the next morning, ready to round the notorious headland of Statt. We took a small detour to visit the bird cliffs and see them from a different perspective. Rafts of puffins bobbed on the water. An ocean swell rolled and rocked the boat as we approached the gannet colony, making it very difficult to film. The cries of gannets echoed all around us, and the scale of it all took our breath away. This place was buzzing. But amongst all this life was something more sinister. Streaks of colour could be seen amongst the gannet nests. Plastic pollution has become a major problem throughout our oceans. Gannets now often use plastic rope, fishing gear and other debris to line and build their nests, and it can become a death trap for them. Entanglement is becoming more and more common in these colonies. There are many organisations across Norway that are dedicated to helping to clean up the beaches, trying to tackle the plastic problem. But as production only increases, the future is uncertain. Soon it was time to leave these spectacular cliffs behind and head out to the open sea. The Statt Peninsula sticks right out into the ocean, creating one of the most notorious passages off Norway's west coast. The peninsula can be very difficult to round in bad conditions, so we had to take advantage of this weather window and decided to give it a very wide berth. After a long day, we headed into a sheltered anchorage in Hovden to sit out the coming strong winds. Deer watched us from the cliff tops. We headed into the woods to explore. It was nice to be amongst the trees. This place had a magical, almost eerie feel to it. We took the opportunity to plunge in and clean Free Spirit's hull. Soon it was time to set off again. We had a bit of trouble furling the headsail as the furling line got jammed. But once all was sorted, we headed into the beautiful town of Fjords to stock up with supplies and post my most recent video. We dropped anchor in the bay. A self-service automated cable ferry helped us to get to and from the shop on the other side of a waterway. We headed out again, slowly making our way towards Bergen. We stopped off in one last anchorage for the night and washed ourselves in the cold water. The next day we set off once again. Soon the outline of Bergen appeared before us. It was strange and exciting coming into a big city after so long spent anchoring in far-off places. Please like and subscribe. A huge thank you to my incredible patrons for helping to support the production of these videos. If you'd like to help, as well as getting early ad-free videos, then click the link in the description and join my Patreon account. Thanks for watching! Join us next time as we explore the fascinating city of Bergen, before heading back out and visiting some more incredible Norwegian islands. But the boat's rocking so much.
I'm going to stop it rocking.